What is going on, guys? Luke here today to explain how Tesla is making a secret multi-billion-dollar play right now. That's billion with a B. B, however the heck you make that hand signal. I need to figure that out. I think this is going to fuel an even more insane growth trajectory over the next 3 to 5 years. So just forget about anything you already had in your mind. But more importantly, this will have a huge impact on Tesla stock in both the short term and the long term, but it may not be what you think. So let's get started right now. Welcome back, everyone. In this video, we will cover what this secret multi-billion-dollar plan is and why I think Elon started it right now. How this could trigger insane growth. Yes, it is possible for the growth to be even more insane than what it is. And how this could affect your Tesla stock, both short and long term, and it's probably not what you think. So make sure you get that information because it will have a huge impact on you. Now, you know I'm stealthy and I like to work in the shadows, but I could not keep this secret to myself anymore. The moment I saw the trigger, I immediately knew why, and it's time to share it with you. So like the video if you like to be in on secrets, and let's dive into this. So what is this secret multi-billion-dollar plan? Alright, I need you guys to follow the logic here and not just jump to conclusions, as this will make sense as I lay it all out completely. So did anyone else find the stock split timing a bit odd? Be honest, with all the euphoria, did anybody question why now? I mean, Elon just said the stock split was on the docket for discussion at the shareholders meeting in September, and then bam, out of nowhere, a stock split is announced. And usually with Tesla, there are leaks coming out of that place like crazy. But this was unusually quiet, which tells me it was probably a quick decision made at the very top only. Like Elon, maybe a handful of executives and the board, and that's it. Usually stock splits are planned well in advance, like months in advance, and I'm sure they had an idea of what they wanted to do. But there is no way they planned to split on this day with everything else pointing towards either a fall or a winter split. Something pushed the date forward. What was it, you may ask? Well, Tesla shocked the world with a great second quarter earnings, but did not get the run-up many felt they should have. As a matter of fact, look at the trend since the run-up after their earnings call, but before the 5-to-1 stock split was announced. It was trending heavily down and breaking support lines very quickly. So the stock split was announced to stop the bleeding per se.
But who announces a stock split to stop a short-term trading slide? That is not why they did it. You're stupid and an idiot.
Well, actually that may be a little bit true. I did go to public school and I got hit in the head a lot as a kid, but I'm not sure you're viewing this deeper and from the perspective I think Tesla is viewing it from, especially with their multi-billion-dollar plan in mind, which they are chasing, and the price slipping, which would really hurt this plan. And that secret plan would be a huge capital raise through stock issuance for rapid expansion after the initial run-up of the stock after the split. And I'm not talking small, I'm talking $8 to $10 billion capital raise at a minimum, making the $2 billion capital raise in February just look tiny and insignificant. And no, 15 to 20 billion wouldn't surprise me either. And in those cases where you're trying to raise capital, you want the stock price to be as high as possible before making the capital raise. Has Elon ever thought small? Hasn't Elon always had ridiculous plans that seemed unimaginable at the start? I know some of you are newer to investing, and I would probably say about 99% of you were not tracking the stock at all 10 years ago. Maybe even not even tracking the stock 5 years ago. But keep in mind that everything that is happening now that is incredible and amazing seemed just as far-fetched 10 years ago as this does now. Even back then, Tesla's biggest fans just chalked a lot of it up to Elon being Elon before, he became the Elon that we know today. So rushing a stock split to get the price moving back up again for a capital raise is not as crazy as you think with dealing with Elon and the massive plans that he has. How this could trigger insane growth. Yes, it's possible for it to be even more insane than what it is. So the $8 billion they currently have in cash is a cushion for running the business and other expenses that they may run across. Having a great balance sheet is vital to a company. The additional 8, 10, 15, 20 billion, whatever the heck they raise, is just simply for expansion in my mind. Answer these questions. What has been the biggest thing holding Tesla back in the past? 1, capital, which clearly the multi-billion-dollar raise solves that problem. And 2, meeting demand. And they are the only major car company in the world with a waiting list. And this capital raise lays the path to solve both problems. So you tell me how many gigafactories he can build with that extra money. 6, 8, maybe more depending upon how much they raise. How quickly could they expand the other lines of business like solar that they have been refining for years? What would happen if in 2 years, which is what it seems like the timeline is to get a factory up from, picking a spot to actually getting it up and cars coming off the line, they had an additional 6 gigafactories producing vehicles. Remember, with that kind of capital raise, they could build them all simultaneously. The revenue explosion would be incredible when they were all complete. They might actually be able to meet demand around the world for once. Those 10-year projections on Tesla's growth get cut in half, in my opinion, with this large of a capital raise, if they aggressively use it for expansion. So how this could affect your Tesla stock both short and long term. And remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not listen to me. Now before everyone starts running down the trail of Tesla to $20,000 per share next year, I think the impact will be very different than what you think. Now again, I'm a Tesla bull, just not a blind bull. And I know I will hear it in the comments section about how I'm a bear because I don't think Tesla will always go up 20% every week from here to eternity. Nothing screams new investor or an investor who does not actually know what a bull and a bear actually are than statements like that. And I'm always honest with you guys. Even if what I think is going to happen will hurt my pocketbook, I gotta be honest about it. Sorry, putting out positive vibes does not lead to stock price increases. I wish it did, but it doesn't. I think the short-term impact on the stock, after all the excitement and euphoria settles down, will be an extended time period of sideways or even downward trending trading. Look, Tesla will have rapidly dumped 4 times more shares on the market after the stock split, and then the capital raise will dump a ton more shares on the market as well. It's simple supply and demand, and at some point there are enough shares to satisfy the investor pool out there until there is another catalyst of some sort. And keep in mind too, because of Tesla's great second quarter, expectations will be raised. So beating expectations in the future quarters will be harder than it was this time. Also, when you are building out this much this quick, there will be bumps in the road and other things that tend to happen that create short-term volatility in a stock and create short-term drags on the balance sheet. If rapid expansion is indeed their plan, this will be another transition period for the stock. And that is exactly how a stock trades when a company is in transition. Now, having said that, there is no doubt in my mind that this will accelerate the stock's growth in the long term. Basically, in my opinion, wherever you thought the stock price would be 10 years from now, that price may come true in 5 or 6 years instead. In the meantime, I would not be surprised to see the stock run up to new highs, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the stock drop down to levels we have not seen in a long time as this all shakes out. But that is why it is critical for you to have a long-term plan with this stock. And planning is one of the many things you will learn in my course that drops this Thursday, August 20th. And I'll have a little special deal for my subscribers, so make sure you're subscribed so you get that if nothing else, and it's free to subscribe. Come on, guys. And show your support for the channel by liking the video and following me on all the different social medias that I have, so you can watch me epically fail and all that good stuff. But I think it's going to be a crazy next few weeks, so make sure you are subscribed, which you can do right there, so you can get the truth on all the craziness. And here is a video I did about Tesla stock split if you want more information on that. Thanks.